Hey, what is up, everybody? It is Cheese Stuffed, and welcome to episode 1 of the Race Rundown. In today's episode, we're going to be breaking down the beginning of the 75th anniversary of NASCAR. It was the 65th running of the Daytona 500, and man, did Fox Sports, the longest running commercial television partner of NASCAR, kind of come out with a bang. I gotta admit. So they did this thing in pre-race called the Greatest Lap, and it was kind of cool. They did like a CG thing that had all the old drivers and all their old cars racing together for the greatest lap of NASCAR. Such drivers as Richard Petty and Lee Petty and Dale Earnhardt and Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Bill Elliott, and it was awesome. It was cool, but at the same time, it was kind of lame, but it was cool. But it, of course, ended with a Richard Petty win. And then we had the grid walk, and it's always my favorite part about the pre-race. Everyone loves Michael Waltrip, and the grid walk was entertaining. Noah Gragson had a hat. That was a thing. After the grid walk, they had the command with 9 grand marshals. We had Richard Petty, Bobby Allison, Bill Elliott, Dale Jarrett, Kurt Busch, Jeff Gordon, Jimmy Johnson, Kevin Harvick, and Joey Logano. Cale Yarborough, Matt Kenseth, and who was the third? I'm totally blanking right now. And a third were supposed to attend, but could not attend. But it was really cool. I bet it was probably weird for Joey, Kevin, and Jimmy to be saying, "Gentlemen, drivers, start your engines," while not in their cars. That was pretty fucking weird, I'm sure. But then we go on to the race, and the race was started with a green flag led by Hendrick Motorsports. Surprise, surprise. Daytona has been led by Hendrick Motorsports for a while. In fact, 40% of the Daytona 500s that Hendrick Motorsports has entered, they have started on pole. And Alex Bowman, front row Bo, the hack himself, started on the front row for a record-setting 6th time alongside his teammate Kyle Larson. And the race got underway, and believe it or not, for the 6th consecutive time, Alex Bowman didn't win. But somebody else did win, but we'll get on to that later. First thing big that happened, besides them running 2x2 for a while, was the pit stops. And the pit stops were relatively smooth at first, until Noah Gragson decided he was just going to cut Harrison Burton off. He was like, "Oh shit, I'm going to pit now." And Harrison was like, "Oh, I shouldn't be on the bottom. This is a terrible idea I have made here." And so that happened. And then, while everyone was on pit road, Riley Herbst wanted to remind everybody that not only is he in the race, but he is still Riley Herbst. So he went ahead and locked up the rears and spun the car sideways through the grass. No caution was had with that. And then they all start getting back after the pits, and Bubba Wallace decides he's going to jump to the outside line and join his Toyota teammates, and Martin Truex Jr. gives him a little bump, and with these new round rear ends that these cars have, it just sent his ass directly into the wall. Fucking sucked for Bubba, but it was still early on, so there was a lot of stuff that could still happen. Kyle Busch got himself a speeding penalty, put himself a lap down as well. Again, it's early. There's a lot of stuff that can still happen. Let's see. I got my cheat sheet over here, so I'm using this. This is episode 1, so we're using a cheat sheet to try and remember everything that happened. Stage 1 was won by Brad Keselowski. Not really much of a fight going on there. Brad got it done with his teammate Christopher Buescher pushing him from behind. That was pretty entertaining. Let's see here. Oh, stage 2. Stage 2, we actually got our first actual crash of the race, and that was when Tyler Reddick was getting loose at the exact same time that Kevin Harvick made a slight bit of contact with him. And now, kids, you never bump draft in the corner. Did Kevin Harvick intend to bump draft in the corner? Probably not. Did somebody else intend to bump draft in the corner? Yes, but we'll get onto that later. We will. So yeah, he gave a little bump to Tyler Reddick. Tyler Reddick was already getting loose. He came down. He hit Ryan Blaney. Ryan Blaney got into the wall slightly. Reddick was out of the race. Larson and Eric Jones both went down to the apron to avoid it, and then Eric Jones wanted to remind everybody he's Eric Jones and decided to spin. Just spin. He got into Larson, caused Larson to get sideways, but Larson straightened it back out because he's a dirt track driver. Eric Jones, however, spun out and just took out Chase Elliott. Just straight up fucking left front destroyed, left rear destroyed the A-arms. He went up, got Suarez. Suarez got into the wall. A little bit of damage for Suarez. Reddick, Jones in that Guns N' Roses car, because that was a thing. And Chase Elliott all out of the race with that one. We get back going, and Chastain ends up winning stage 2 by mere inches. Very close between them two. That was a hell of a stage finish there. That was pretty cool. Stage 2 decided to get underway, and immediately they wanted to go on board with the special Wendy's cam of Noah Gragson. And then Ryan Blaney's tire decided they wanted to just pop off of the rest of the wheel. So there was a carcass of a tire just lying in the middle of turn 2 on the apron, and Ryan Blaney's car looked like that as he made it back down to pit road. Somehow he was able to bring that car to the end of the 530-something miles they ran tonight in the longest ever Daytona 500, mileage-wise. Not time-wise, because it's 12:19 a.m. right now, and I remember one that went on to like 3-something. So, let's see here. Oh, this was fun. They were talking about this throughout the entire race, that this was Martin Truex Jr.'s 19th attempt at the Daytona 500 in the number 19 car on February 19th, and with 19 laps to go. Oh, man. With 19 laps to go, Austin Cindric checked up just slightly, and then all hell broke loose. And everyone just fucking accordion together, crashed into each other. Reese's Priest's, Ryan Preece, his car was just demolished. Ty Gibbs got a little bit of damage. Kevin Harvick got a little bit of damage. Truex got a pretty good amount of damage. Was still able to continue on, though. And Michael McDowell also received a little bit there. But on from there, things got a little heating up. So I was just stressing out as a Kyle Busch fan. I was thinking, oh my God, when is it gonna happen? Because as the Dale Earnhardt fans know, 20 years of trying. Fucking hell. So 18 years now of trying. 18 years of failing. As Kyle Busch was leading the race, and my heart was beating at about 270 beats per minute. Daniel Suarez wanted to remind everybody that he's Daniel Suarez. And just spun the fuck out. The left or the right rear might have been flat, but looking at the replay, it kind of looks like that tire was up until he started sliding sideways. I know the right front blew out, but I think the right rear blew out as well. But then again, that was a lot of damage to the right rear by the time he spun back around, and it looked like that. So who knows? It could have been a flat tire, but I'm just blaming him because that is the second fucking event at Daytona that he has ruined for Kyle Busch, and transitively me. Sure. What happened next? Oh! Restart happened. Kyle Busch went to the outside. His new teammate, Austin Dillon, went to the inside. And I got hella confused immediately. And then realized before Clint Boyer could say it that he was going to let him in. And oh my God, did he. Austin Dillon, I went from yelling mean things about him and hating on old Silver Spoon to now loving him. He is the greatest friggin' teammate of all time. He slowed up, allowed Kyle Busch to get to the inside, and through 1 and 2, it was looking like it was going to work. Out of turn 2, it was clear that it wasn't working. And then, right before turn 3, all hell broke loose. Again, with these round fucking rear bumpers and the slightly pointy front bumpers of the Chevrolets, William Byron gave a little bump to Austin Dillon and sent his ass to the Shadow Realm. And that just took out like everyone who wasn't taken out in the 1919 wreck. So Kyle Busch had no help. Now, as the greatest teammate of all time, was sent to the fucking garage or wherever he went. I don't even know if he was able to continue anymore. I was so distraught and so just absolutely like scared and just knew at any moment Kyle Busch was just going to be out of the fucking race or something. I made the joke, though, since with 19 laps left, that the 19 car on his 19th attempt on the 19th was going to, he crashed out of the race. And I was like, well, thank goodness Kyle Busch isn't in the 18 anymore, seeing how it's his 18th start. He's going to blow a motor with 18 to go. It's not with Joe Gibbs anymore. Got those RCR engines now. They only blow up sometimes. So we go green again. Kyle Busch starting from 6th. Ricky Stenhouse starting on the front row. And man, we start going. And all of a sudden, we get one lap done. And I'm hoping. I'm praying. I'm in full Pete Carroll stance. Like watching this race. Like, come on. This is gonna suck, I know it. But it might not. It might not. And then, Eric Almirola fucking reminds everybody that he's still Eric Almirola. Remember in the beginning when I talked about bump drafting in the corners? He decided to fucking ram Travis Pastrana in the middle of the corner and turn Travis down into Kyle Larson. Kyle Larson then just yeeted up into the wall. But on his way up, he gave a slight little tap to Bubba Wallace. Yes, Bubba Wallace was still in the race. And on the lead lap. And Bubba Wallace then pinballed down the track into A.J. Allmendinger. We've had problems with Allmendinger in the past. Just in Xfinity. And just his inability to drive. Now, this wasn't his fault, but I'm still fucking blaming him. A.J. Allmendinger got clipped in the right rear and sent up into Kyle Busch, who is looking at a 4th place fucking finish in the Daytona 500 after winning it, after crossing the line first at the end of 200 laps, after crossing the line first at the end of 500 miles. But the 500 mile, the 200th lap wasn't the last lap, unfortunately. Kyle Busch gets spun out and finishes fucking 19th. That number is going to haunt me today. It's going to haunt all the Truex fans. 19 is going to haunt me as well today as we finish fucking 19th in the Daytona 500 after waiting. Calm down. Calm down. And then, much like the Xfinity Series race Saturday night, last night, the night before last, I'm recording this Sunday night. It's probably not going up until Monday night, Tuesday, I don't know. But, just like the Xfinity Series race, we're left wondering who won the race. And then, while Mike Joy's trying to go through the whole fucking spiel of like, it's not when the lights come on. It's when they hit the button. We're already seeing Ricky Stenhouse Jr.'s crew fucking ecstatic and celebrating. Yeah, we won the race. Blah, blah, blah. And then like after Mike Joy finishes his spiel, they're like, and Ricky Stenhouse Jr. wins the race. And then, just to rub salt in a wound that we didn't even know was there, Mike Joy just wants to remind everybody that he's still Mike Joy and he's still a fucking savage. And he goes, a man that in his dirt days was called Recky Spin Twice. What a dick. Oh, and then we got to see a cool view of Daniel Suarez. I mean Joey Logano. For real, like I can't make fun of Joey Logano because it was alopecia and like that's a real thing. And you know, Hair Club did a damn good job. Shout out to Hair Club, sponsor of the number 30 Arkham Menard's car of Frankie Muniz, who finished 11th in his first ever start at Daytona. Great finish for him. Malcolm in the Middle. Fucking loved that show as a kid. But yeah, he looked like Suarez, man. Am I the only one? Like, look at Joey, look at his hair, look at Suarez. Just saying. The only good thing is, the pedophiles over at Fox Sports did not stare at children the entire time. Why is that? Well, because they were too busy playing commercials. Anyways, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. won the 65th Daytona 500. Joey Logano finished second. Kyle Busch finished 19th. And Travis Pastrana, despite all the hell, finished 11th in his first ever Cup Series race. So, wait, was it his first Cup Series race? Yeah, it was his first Daytona 500. I know he's done trucks and I know he's done Xfinity. I can't actually remember right now if he's... What? I think it was his first Cup race. I don't know. It's a sexy car, and I'm going to buy it once it's available. But yeah, that was the Daytona 500. This has been the first episode of the Race Rundown. I hope you did enjoy. We're going to get a little bit better soon. I'm also getting a pop filter here delivered here, like tomorrow or something like that. So this audio should sound a little better. I also don't know if every time this bangs against the table, if that's making a noise. So that's probably annoying. But anyways, this has been Cheese Stuff. This has been the Race Rundown of the 65th annual Daytona 500, the beginning of the 75th season of NASCAR, and the beginning of the Race Rundown, where we'll be doing this every week that there is a NASCAR event, and probably for IndyCar as well, because if you didn't notice in the background, we got Jim Jam chilling in the back in his IndyCar, despite the fact that he's not running IndyCar this year. He was in the race today, too, by the way. He was doing quite well, and then got caught up in some bullshit. But yeah, until next time, we got Fontana up next. Which will be the last time it'll be run in the good configuration before they go to like a 16th of a mile short track or whatever the hell it's going to, because why not? Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and hit the like button to let me know to keep making these. And subscribe if you haven't already, because that'd be really freaking cool. Because this is fun. I like this. I want to keep doing this. And, yeah. Comment below. Let me know. You enjoying it? Anything I should change? Should I fucking stop it? Let me know. Thanks for watching, everybody. Come back next time.